Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me this hour. Welcome to 79th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, we will start looking at what is happening at the global scene. I will tell you now, global market players are set. Global market players are set. Sorry, global market players are set for the European central bank rate hike today. Yesterday I was telling that they are planning to hike the rate today with a 50 point, and today this will be the first hike for almost 10 years, and the rate will be according to figure we're seeing around there with 50 points up today, and that also will send some signal, knowing that in that eurozone we have seen that inflation have hit new all-time high of 8.1% year on year inflation. These are quarters that are forming the first hike in a decade or 10 years. For me, it's a thing that globally can see that what is happening in Ukraine today is also impacting negatively on commodity price. On that note, this is putting pressure on the price of goods. Can see that price of some commodity are hitting roof, especially if you look at what's happening in wheat market, sugar market. Can see that they are all rising internationally. For that, it's putting pressure on what? On inflation globally. That many central bank of the world are really turning to tighten up their policy this time so that they can control or checkmate inflation. But I've seen that in all this, these are why I see that prices of commodity and inflation continue to each up. For US now, we're looking forward to see the inflation for the month of our consumer price index for the month of May tomorrow. Knowing that we have seen already one from EU, we have seen one from Europe. Can see that I said 8.1. What will come from US again? These are the factors also that is influencing prices, and that has not really helped the global economy. Here and there. As we speak, oil price is still oscillating. Even on that, it's still trading as high as 123.5 dollar per barrel at this hour. You see what you see. Tell you that these are the factors driving the market. As we speak now, I see that U.S. market is in green this morning, but see the opening a bit higher than what we saw at the close of trading yesterday. It's a good one for the market. For you as a trader, like I always tell you, you don't need to panic at all when you are trading, or you don't need to use your stop loss as at when you, so that you'll be ahead of the market. Once you're ahead of the market, that means you understand the game you are playing in the market. But always make sure that you have what you are using to protect your position, or to manage your risk. And that is why you need to play with all the you know the technical analysis tools that we'll be discussing here to know exactly when to buy. But your stop loss is very, very key. If you really don't want to lose your capital in the market, set stop loss in any position you are taking in any stock, any sector, in any instrument you are trading is very, very important. As we speak, I see that our market this morning is trying to look up, but that we'll come to look at the market, the state of the market once we are finished with this tool. I will tell you that investors at this point should look forward to rebuild their portfolio. I would encourage them that as Investdata is planning their Q3 masterclass, I would say rebuild your portfolio and position your portfolio by attending this Q3 masterclass that's holding on the 2nd of July. Because after the meeting, those stocks that you are going to have to help you to manage your portfolio, especially as we are seeing that momentum is already changing ahead of half year result, and also the general election, as political parties just populate them from their in different parties in the country, and that tells you that, and other offices. It tells you that between now and the 2023 February, we're hearing a lot of manifestation, a lot of planning, a lot of deep business ideas. Now that Nigerians are seeing who is the presidential candidate for the PDP, and they also the APC are the major party, and others that we are seeing in Labour Party and all those different parties. But now we want to see who among these people will able to bring policies reform to the economy that will change Nigeria, or that will bring us out of this slow recovery that we're having. Especially, we know that what is happening globally is also part of what is going down the economy. But with a good policy reform, we'll see that our naira will regain value. We'll see a good policy. We'll see that job is created. Good policies. We expect that who among all these who are seen as potential candidates from different parties that is going to really give direction to the economy, give direction on when it comes in terms of insecurity, give direction in terms of what no education, because most of our young men are already at home, and these are part of what contribute to crime. And also when there's no job, part of know how can you bring policy that will create job, students will be in school at when you so that we'll see less people involved in crime here and there. We want a leader that will bring all those. That's why that between now and that period, you see a lot of changes. That's why I said you have to be what in the coming master class, because in that master class we're going to discuss a lot of things. Yes, we are seeing that naira is falling. Which of the companies on the exchange are earning what called dual earnings, and that dual earnings is going to impact on their price, going to impact on their performance. You need to look at it. That is why in that coming master class, we're going to tell you those companies and those sectors where you should beat your tent and say, because one, as you're investing, you need to work to protect your capital, you need to go defensive, you need to also make growth your capital. These are the three things you need to do when you are investing. That's why you need to be what? You need to be in that master class. Like I said, that as we speak now, designing investors or traders are using this opportunity to be what? To be greedy, because the way the market is kind of in a correction, and also it's a trading move. Market is not going to break down low to see market going as low as 48 again. I don't see it happening. But I see that market trying to find a strong support level here. Once market gather power from this level where we're seeing the market, it's upgrade that you see the market, especially if the Q2 we're expecting go in the same direction with the Q1. I see kind of another uplift in the market in terms of what people think position. Especially we can see what has happened within these primaries. If we are seeing some liquidity coming out from this primary, where is liquidity right? It must find way to trickle down to the market in one way or the other. That means we expect also market to be then being pre-election year, we expect liquidity to increase, which is one of the factors or reasons that the MPC meeting here said were adjusting rate. That fund has a way also trickle down to the market. We expect that this is the time for design investors and traders to be greedy, while others are fearful. According to my observation in recent time, I have seen buying position increasing in some sectors, in some individual stocks. Like I said, that there are a group of stocks that are defensive, while some sectors are there. But we can see some improved buying in some stocks in recent time. It tells you that we need to also look at what is happening as insider trading to know exactly what to do when it comes to taking position in the market. That is why, as some people are fearful, you also should be greedy in some stocks that you know that there's value for them. Despite the selling sentiment we saw in the market yesterday, I still say that the market has strength even to gain today and continue the uptrend. For market has to kind of side trend, look for another trigger between now and we see the main inflation figure which will be coming up by next week, from 15th of next week. When that one comes to the market, it's also to be another. Don't forget that this is also the last month of the quarter. We will dressing for this quarter will also be coming at the end of this month. It tells that we are seeing activities that will change basis of this market towards the end of the market. That's actually from now to the second week of this month, we will see market oscillation, which we've seen so far. It's going to be until we enter the last 2 weeks of the month, where we are seeing people positioning for end of the quarter, and at the same time, we have seen the inflation figure inform another kind of money flow to see where inflation is going. Those that are in fixed income market, their position, where is it? Is it going to become more negative or in their real returns? These are the things we'll be looking at, as from second week to the end of the quarter and end of second half of first half of the year. For me, we don't need to panic at this hour, but rather we should take advantage of information and position what in good stock. Like I said earlier, uncertainties in any market always present what opportunity. Why? Because it is that uncertainty that will drive a lot of activity. Because there is no way to avoid that uncertainty will not come. But when it comes, how do you take advantage of these uncertainties? That is why you are a trader, and that's why you should be also in the master class, so that we will share the kind of facts or principle that will guide you to take advantage of the uncertainties we are seeing now that we are seeing the primary, where we are going, which sector, what kind of things will happening. You need to know so that at the end of the day, your result will be better than the previous one, because you want to not make impact on your bottom line and have confidence in trading the market. During time of extreme uncertainties, market can experience more volatility, and also this price fluctuation will also create opportunity for you, because it is in that movement that you see opportunity to buy low and sell high. This is because investors as a whole are trying to interpret new information and then also revalue assets based on on the new information. As I said, it's typically a bigger time for you, and also you have a big range for you also to have various options where you put your money, especially You look at what is driving the economy, which sector that you position. This is what you should be doing when you see volatility. Now that we have seen, today or tomorrow to be the last day for primaries now. Real political activities will start. You see campaign here and there, all of them, and this also have way of influencing you know some sectors, businesses, and for that you need to know where you should be so that at the end of the day, the earnings of the company in that sector where you are seeing a positive, positive news to know exactly what to do. Once you follow that trend, and I'm telling you, that is the way to go. Don't be carried away with market direction. Don't be carried away with market correction. Know exactly when to cut out your profit. Know exactly when to stop your loss, so that at the end of the day, your portfolio is intact and also in to make money, because that is the thing to do. In the last few months, we have seen that our market for the month of for the first, almost first half of the year has been an uptrend. Apart from the little slowdown we are seeing, market has hit almost 15 years high. We're talking as high as 54 thousand and 12. It tells you that this market is in that mood. Now the market come back to that 53 and 192 yesterday. For this one, as speak, market also hit up to around 53 to 202 as we go until come to that state of the market. But I'm telling you that in recent months, we have seen that market has been onward and uptrend. And this market volatility has also been driven by investors' preference in some stocks and for sectors, and where risks are needed to be avoided. Investors are also avoiding risk in that sector, moving to where they see opportunity. That is how to trade. You must know exactly where it is happening, and you go to that direction where it is happening. You don't need to say because market is going up. You know it is not all the stock is going to drive the market up. It's not all the sector. Those sectors are going to drive the market up. Those stocks are going to drive the market. That is where you should identify yourself and pitch your tent. There, because that is the only way for you to also to trade off your risk. Because in any trading account, there's always element in risk in what in the trade you are taking. But your ability to know where money is flowing is very, very important. And also for you to have better stock that has high margin of safety, so that at the end of the day, even when the market go against you, because the company has you have a high margin of safety, you can actually quickly cut off your loss and move toward the next position. This is how to trade. You don't need to panic at all, because I see that so far this year we have seen that macro event or macroeconomic data has been going up and down. Some are pointing to positive, some are pointing to negative. It tells you that you need to also look at this macroeconomic data to guide you, because if they are guiding you, also will make your decision easier. But when you think that you can invest just following bandwagon, you have to be very careful, because if you follow that bandwagon, you are likely to take the wrong approach. And that is why I said go to where you gather information. Yes, you are going to pay fees to gather information, but it's better to pay money to get the right portfolio, and the portfolio to the right direction. And at the end of the day, that portfolio will still give you a return that even more than what you have paid. Because in coming master class, we're sure that you're going to get 2 times inflation figure as your return. That means you are almost ahead of inflation with no double return. That tells you where you should be. Because in 90 days of this, after the seminar, after the master class, you see those positions that we want to track it for you. That what you have made in this period, inflation will be low, below that figure we are going to make at the end of the 90 days. That is why you need to make our time and join us in this master class. It's very, very, very important. Yes, there because of the uncertainties. Yes, some are very cautious because of they don't have information. Some also because they want to play safe. Yes, in this case, at that training will tell you how to be also play with caution, because there are some stuff that that you can enter for just only income investor for dividend. There are stuff that you can enter for capital appreciation. There you can enter for defensive capital appreciation and for income. You can see each stock has different characteristics and also have different time for them to rally. That means you need to consider that you know exactly what to do. As also the global recession fear is here and there. There are some sectors and industries that are benefiting what is happening in Ukraine and Russia today. That means you need to know those sectors and also position in them on time. Once you are there, you are also good to go, because this market is about information and positioning at the right time in those stocks that will make the difference at the end of the day. For those that have been following us before now, that attended master class, don't need to tell you what you benefit from master class, because you have been part and part of it and you have benefited from it. All we encourage that now by Monday, our team, the IT guys, will open up for you to start also registration online and start making your payment for the day, because we have a short time for those that are going to enjoy the discount that we're going to give for the master class. Why after that you pay the full money for the master class. It is time for you to also at that master class you should know the kind of stock you should buy, why you are buying them. You know whether is it time for you to buy stock, because there are three major questions you want to ask yourself. Should I sell my stocks now? Should I buy more stock now? Should I do nothing? You need to know exactly what to do. What are you doing at this point? Should I go for more stocks? Or should I sell all I have and hold my cash? Oh, because I know that cash is also king. Oh, should I do sit on the fence and be watching? No, there are some stocks from different seasons. You need to know how to play that kind of scenario when it comes. And all this will also be shared in that master class. I look forward to see you in the master class. Also, to continue with the state of the market now as we speak, the news in the market as we speak is that FCMB we have seen FCMB notifying the exchange of insider dealing, which is also a buying position. I know I've explained how to use this insider dealings, either selling or buying. What it gives you an idea. You look at the people that are buying. We are seeing a lot of notification now of insider dealing, and some are selling, some are buying. But for the FCMB, we are seeing what a buying position in FCMB. Why also Julius Berger has notified the market of its coming AGM slated for June 16, 2022. Yes, there's also a link there for you to get also participate from wherever you are individual shareholder to join in the meeting. Also, we're also seeing that UCAP has also notified the exchange of insider deal, but UCAP is also a buy position. Then I can see that more companies are also releasing what we call Q3 earnings forecast for 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 investors to be guided. And what does it tell you? When you see quoted company giving you a kind of focus for the next quarter, it tells you a lot of things. It should give you an insight and also guide you for what you are doing, because we are looking forward to see the Q2 number. But if you're already seeing the Q1, sorry, you are already seeing the forecast which is also expected for Q3, and you are seeing Q1 already. You can now also be thinking how the Q2 will be. That also tell you this kind of company, should I stay in that kind of company? Because when you want to do your shopping for Q3 position, you need to buy into the right stock. And this shopping will make it easier for you at the master class, the kind of stock you should buy, and that also will help you at the end of the day. Yes, we want to look at the state of the market. As we speak now, I'll tell you that the market is slightly what? In green, and which is good. Yesterday we saw market at this hour yesterday, though in red and green, but finally closed red marginally because of profit taking in some stocks that don't rally in this last day trading session. For this one, we're seeing that market started red, but now it's in green marginally, which is good for the market. Market is trading currently at 53,202.03, up by 6.05, representing 0.01% up. Very slight up. But if you look at market breadth, I will tell you it's very also at a flat. We're having 11 gainers and 11 losers at this hour. Among the top gainers, we are seeing Cornerstone Insurance, followed by Regency Insurance, Waco, we are seeing also Transcorp and the UPDC. These are the top 5 gainers, and then others in that category are Owando, UPA, Access Corp, Stampic, and International Brewery. Among the gainers, actually there are 11 gainers. Also on the loser chart, we are seeing also 11 losers, and top by what? Sovereign Trust Insurance, GSK, we are seeing Ikita Hotel, ICO, and ETI topping the the top 5 losers at this hour. Others in that category are Dangote Sugar, FBNH, we're seeing Zenith Bank and GT Code in that category. But in all this class, I will tell you the importance of volume. Volume is what adds fuel. It's not like when a plane is moving, it moves from ground. You see that it feels of something push that plane up. In equity investing, volume tells you where the price is going. The price continuing in uptrend or the price is going to come down. We are seeing a market moving or a stock moving with a volume supporting it. It's a good sign for you. We are seeing that today the top in terms of the top trade in volume are Transcorp, UBA, UCAP, NGS Group, and FBN Holding. FBN Holding in recent days we have seen volume, and what does that signify? Also, I think volume was also seeing price in that direction. It tells you something. Again, when you are seeing a volume and the stock is pulling back, it does also give you a sign what is happening in that structure. Volume is very, very important. Like for those that are Investdata on our classes, that I tell you, whenever you see volume, you need to know, is it a buy volume, a sell volume? Because it speaks a lot of volume for your decision. When you see volume coming out from a position, yes. When you see volume drying up, yes, it all give you what insight of the next action you should take as a trader or investor. Yes, after we have seen that, we want to chart the market and also chart some of these two stocks. We want to see what is happening in UPDC. These stocks are featured in the top gainers in recent days. what is happening on WAPO. WAPO have just come back to around 28:30 this hour. Want to look at what is happening what in no in WAPO. Then we'll go back and see what is happening in Access. Then we can look at what is happening in Owando. Like I tell you, Owando, in recent time, yes, we know that position in Owando is very, very speculative. We agree, but I'm telling you, as far as I speak now, I said earlier that oil is trading around 123.5, and it had touched, in the last 2 months, the highest I touched that 123.8. Now, so that means it's trying to hit another high again. That means sectors, company in that sectors, we expected to, their result from 2021 to this date to be positive. Yes, we have seen that one has not been consistent in terms of reading results, but I'll tell you, for those that are calculating that stock, that have patience, yes, that can risk money, can also be looking to see. Let's see how the chart is, what the chart is saying about Wando, and we'll look at Access Bank, then we'll quickly go to ETI and see what is happening in ETI and GSK. GSK, we saw the news of merger and all those stuff, in few days, move the price up. Today, we are seeing that investors are taking profit. That's why I said Nigerian investors are becoming more savvy in terms of knowledge. You can see that they know when to take profit and not to who again. At the end of the day, they will be regretting. You know exactly when they stop move for a reason, you take profit. When they pull back again, you can still buy back. Not that because it's going up, you hold on. No, you need to know exactly when to take profit. Finally, we look at what is happening in FBNH. These are the 7 stocks we can look if time permits us in this class. Let's quickly go to the live chart now. You can see the chart now as we speak. Market is in green, slightly in green. You can see that market is also forming what we call a double top. You can see that here, and being a strong position now. After market has gone up here, it break down, then it pull back down. You can see that market pull back down. Here, it has become a strong support resistance level for the market now. Until market break this out, we'll not say, but market is within this range. From here to here, market is ranging between 54,000 and around 52,800. You can see where the market, this range, what the market is keeping now. You can see it here, 1, 2, 3, like almost a 3 top here, 1, 2, 3. Until market break out this one, we'll not say a new trend has started. Let's see what the market is going to play at the end of the day. Let's take our indicators for this class. Our usual indicators. Let's call up our MACD, line, and the money flow to guide us. And also, we are bringing out our what we call a directional movement to see also what happens in terms of direction is very, very important. Let's see what is happening. Yes, MACD, the all of our money flow is very important. All of our trigger line, which is our T line. Our T line Investdata is 8 days moving, 8 days moving average exponential. That is what we use for it. Here you can see that the market is still resting on the T line here. We are seeing money flow is looking down, while MACD is not looking too good, still bearish on a day chart for the market. You can see that the market is kind of resting here, relaxing, waiting for a trigger up, which I told you earlier. Once you see the economic data in form of consumer price index that will come in next week. At the same time, we see end of the month into dressing, and also position ahead of Q2 or half year, any season that will change the face of the market. But I believe that the month of June, like I've said earlier at the beginning in my outlook, that we expect a mixed trend. That June has not been a kind of a favorable market for players in the Nigeria market. But let's see how it goes. But let's look at the 1 hour chart for the general market. The general market on the day chart is not looking too good. Yes, on the general market now, if you look at the still slightly now below the T line here, I can see that the MACD is trying to cross down. The blue line trying to cross the red bar down. It's a sign of weakness, and money flow is also looking down. That means we need to wait. Market is really resting at this point. You can see after the 3 days rally yesterday, so market is still rallying, but you can see that the money flow is coming down. Funds is also leaving the market as a result of market also reacting to the recent hike in rates and all those stuff. But I believe that once we start seeing the numbers, after seeing the economic data, also look at the Q2 earnings, we're going to see a market change direction, especially if the numbers beat expectation. Yes, we have seen also what the high costs have done to some results that were really recently, especially those in the food and beverage company. When I mean that, I mean Flour Made, Honeywell, and Northern Nigeria. What costs have done to their numbers? If you have seen that number, tell you that Let's see what's going to happen in Q2 or half year result in the month of July. Market on a 1 hour chart for the market is not looking too friendly. Let's quickly look at what is happening in WAPO. That's the first stock we're looking at here. WAPO to UPDC. Look at what is happening in WAPO. WAPO, Lafarge Africa. You know, you can see the stock Lafarge is trading above the T line. Yes, but the formation, the candlestick formation here is not too attractive for me. But this is 1 hour chart. Yes, that's why I'm not too no, I'm not complaining, but it's a positive one at T line. But you can see here, that the stock is still also, you can see, the red sales position on a daily on a 1 hour chart. Where people are taking some profit there already. You can see that MACD is bullish on a 1 hour chart, while money flow is also very strong for entering the stock. But let's look at it on a day chart, give us more clear picture. On the day chart, the stock is looking good, I'll tell you. Yes, even when it has rallied up, I think they are selling it down, but still that touch as high as 28, but doing around 27.80 now. After that touch around even 28.30, but doing around 27, no 27.85 this hour. It's good, but then around above the T line. We are seeing a volume coming up here, and MACD is getting positive or getting to turn toward to a bullish position. You can see it here that the way it's going. Look at this histogram here. That is turning, and you can see this blue one trying to cross the red one. These are what you should look at. And also, if you draw a chart here, you can see that the candlestick. Like I said, that you must learn how to draw the trend line also to help you to interpret what position. We have seen that it's trading above the T line. Then you can come here also and use your chart pattern, or also draw some line. It's very, very important. These lines are very, very important. You can take it from here up here, and see that the call it a symmetric or triangle. You can see it here. It's going tight. Either break up here or break down. Like I tended to break up, but still telling you that if you break up the continuation, put support word at uptrend. You can see also, like I said, here is a form of a double bottom, but you didn't get to that level, but we're seeing an uptrend in there. So for me, the chart is positive. If you come down and look at the money flow on a day chart, very strong. You can see money flow is going, but still below the 50 point, around 47. But once you cross it, it's a good one. But for me, there's no cause for alarm for WAPO. The position is still looking very, very good. Yeah. UPDC, UPDC, UPDC. Yes, look at UPDC. I see that the stock as we speak now, the stock on the day chart is trading slightly above the T line. You can see it here. You can see in between indecision here. We have not whether it's touching up or down. But money flow is telling us fund is entering this stock. I believe yes that fund is in recent time. A day or after it, you can see it on the top gainers. Let's say I go once able to break out this from here to here. You can see I got suspended from this level, pull back, try to resist the decline. But once it break out from this level up and enter anything above 110, 1 naira 10 kobo and above, that will also confirm a new trend or a new direction for the stock. For me, it's a good one to also watch. Once they break out that 1 naira 10 kobo, that is a new journey for the stock. It's looking good on a day chart. Let's look at 1 hour chart. What is it saying for the stock? On a 1 hour chart, we're still saying that it's not too looking good on a 1 hour chart. We're seeing money flow looking down. MACD still slightly bullish, but still slightly above the T line. But on the red candlestick we're seeing here. But let's see how it goes. Let's look at what is happening quickly in Owando, and that will give us another information. What is happening in Owando? Let's look at it once for all. What is happening in Owando? Let's see what is happening in Owando. Owando here, you can see on the 1 hour chart, you can see it's resting on what on the T line. But I'll tell you, this is an uptrend, but it has not broken down the T line. They try to break down, go up. Let's see. You can see not the way here, it has been on the top of T line. Breakdown that confirm a downtrend, but here, that's what I see. The MACD here is also in position. Okay, looking to come down. If you look at it very here, try to come down from here. That's what we're seeing there on MACD. But money flows to just coming down again on 1 hour chart. Let's quickly look at the life of one on a day chart. On day chart, it's still above the T line. You can see it here. And market try to cross up, which you can see the histogram here, and money flow is just looking down slightly below around 30 or below 50. Let's see, wait and see. But for those that are speculating the stock, you can see wait and watch. But once ever it break down the T line, you don't start to people like those that sold here and can come back and buy here, still your position. Don't buy when it is coming down. You want to see where it's coming, what the strong support level before you jump in to the stock. Let's quickly look at what is happening in assets. Let's look at what is happening in assets. So yeah, you can see assets on a day chart. Try to bounce back here. But speak now is slightly below the T line. You can see it here where my cursor is. You can see the position here has been a strong resistance level, support level. Sorry, can hear here. But to touch it, bounce back, and also on a day chart, it's not looking too good. And the money flow is looking down slightly on a day chart. While market is not looking on the clear picture, no red one to confirm. But let's go to 1 hour chart to see what is happening in this stock. 1 hour chart because 1 hour chart then was also is below the C line marginally and still a bit bearish on the 1 hour chart, and money flow is just looking up and down here. Let's just see a missed trend for the stock, but I believe that assets have strength to go higher. That means if you are buying assets this time, you are not taking a wrong decision. You want to hold, you are in a good decision. For me, assets is not doing badly. Let's quickly look at what is happening in GSK. In GSK, yes, on 1 hour chart, you can see about the tree line here, but then you try to go bearish in the MACD crossing down, and also see your money flow is flat here on a 1 hour chart. Let's quickly go to the you know, there's already see pullback here, that profit taken already in the stock. For this profit taken is also creating opportunity for people to buy slightly below the T line on a day chart. But if you look at your market, you can see it's already become bullish. Once you cross here, you can see volume in green. Despite that, a pullback, you can see that position is also taking. Money flow is reading almost 54 and above. For me, it's a strong one on a day chart. Once you see entering the stock, if any pullback here will be opportunity for you to buy. But I see slightly coming down here. Well, let's see how it goes. That touch as high as 750, trading around 704 now. Let's see how it goes and see where it's going to go from. But I see that momentum is very positive for the stock. So that's why it's on a decline side. But still positive from there. The last one here, let's look at the ETI. Our time is fast spent. Let's look at ETI. ETI. Let's look at ETI to round up the class for today. I wanted to look at the first bank. ETI is on a day chart. You can see that it's below the T line. You need to wait to see confirmation or before you jump in. It's been around the 11:10, 11:10, 11:25. Let's see how it goes. MACD is already bullish. Sorry, bearish. You can see that money flow is in front. It's not in the stock on a day chart. Let's look at the 1 hour chart before we collect on it again. On a day of 1 hour chart, it's not looking good at all. You can see where it has been below the T line. This is what to guide us. seeing that money flow is also looking down technically, but in terms of fundamental, the stock is not looking badly. That means you need to wait for confirmation. Once it breaks out the C line up, you can jump in, and also see the money flow turning up, reversing up to show that funds is entering the market. Especially now they are marked down. Then that's why looking down there. Once the Q2 result is released, there will be a change story for the stock. Let's see how it goes. Yes, from here I will say thank you for your time, and I appreciate you for being here always with us. Hope I also encourage you, like I said yesterday, the master class is coming up on the July 2nd. Take time and look at your itineraries, look at your time and book that day to be in the class. It's just 9 to 4 that day. Today's speaker, these are professionals, tested, and everybody that that's following us know that these two speakers, in addition to myself, will going to give you what you want. At the same time, the stocks that will take you ahead of what inflation, especially those small income investors that don't have the money to go and buy bonds like the banks. Will take those treasury instruments with that low interest. Then you can come and take calculated risk by buying into good stock that will give you good return at the end of the day. I will say thank you for any question that you have. Feel free either you send to the WhatsApp group or also join us tomorrow on Friday on Saturday by 12 noon for question and answer section where all your questions will be answered. We are many there, not only me, others in the house will also be answering your question. Feel free and join us. That will rub mind together that day. See you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your trading day. I remain Ambrose for more. Have a nice trading day.